Howdy, y'all. What the heck is that? Paper towel? What's happening, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Got a little bit of stuff going on today, so I'm going to show y'all what I've been working on. But in the meantime, check out the website, Gooniac33.me. Not been updated in a while, but we'll be getting updated very soon. Showing off all the cool new stuff that I'm working on. Got planes all over the living room right now. You can see the boxer off in the corner, but I got stuff all around. You can't see the plane right here next to me. I got the D-18 right next to me. You can kind of see a little bit of the wing there. But check out the website. If you got questions about anything RC related, or questions about burners, or questions about Gooniac stacks, or any of the other LEDs that I'm working on, fill out the contact form. It'll give you my email, all that stuff there. Do it if you want to know. And that's that. So let's get right into it. Let me, you guys have been chatting for a while, so let me get back up on in there and see who is there and what's been going on. Chats are going crazy. So I think the first person to say something here was Mr. Mike Bird. So what's up, Mr. Mike Bird? How are you doing? He is a member. If you have any questions about becoming a member or supporting the channel, check out the description below. It shows you everything you need to know. Mr. Pete Lane, what's up with you, Mr. Pete Lane? Duck Sauce FPV, what is happening? Mr. Victor RC Jets, what's happening? Both of those guys are members too, so check that out. Mr. EQRC, what's up? Mr. Joe Bag, what's happening? Hopefully we can get some questions answered for you tonight. Craig Bevan, what's up with you? Mr. Snow River, what is happening with you? Another member. Jeff at Laura, Alabama, what's up? Thanks for coming. I'll try to make it to your show again, too. Who else? JCB67, what is up with you? Hanger 51, what's up? I need to start doing more shows like Kenny's doing. Once I get done with these air shows I got going on in late September and October, I'm going to start doing more shows, get out and flying more. I haven't been able to fly because of weather, but weather looks decent for this weekend, so I'll be flying. I already got EQ, JCB, JSRC Hobbies. What's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, buddy? Who else? Jim Justins, what's up with you? Howdy, howdy. CVO Hobby, what's Hobo? CVO Hobo, what's up with you? Hope everything's okay. You guys can hear everything all right. It looks like Victor was saying you could hear me. But just to be sure, anything happens, let me know. My connection's been weird. Don't know why. But I checked it and it looks like it's okay for now. Big Chris, what's up with you? Big Chris. The Fred Barron, what's happening with you? I've been checking out your channel. I haven't been doing that enough. I need to go check out your channel, comment, and do this stuff. I am subscribed, but for some reason it doesn't show me when you post videos, which is crazy. But I'll make sure to check you out more. Anyway, so that's that. Thank you for being here. I will shout out people as I see them. But what is up, everybody? So Duck Sauce, just so you know, I used to do the shows that I used to do would sometimes end up being almost 3 hours long. So when I say short and it's about an hour, that's short for me. So we'll try to keep it to an hour or less today. What is on my face? Is that a little foam bit? I was working with foam today, cutting up stuff, and I got sparkles and stuff too. Anyway, so I will be motion at work. Oh, hey, congrats, Big Chris. I'm glad to hear it. Hope that doesn't encroach upon your flying, though, because you guys have been getting some good flying in lately. So anyway, let's, y'all got any questions? Now's the time to ask, because we're going to do a little show and tell a little bit later, but I'll get this going now. But like I said, I still have some videos I need to upload, too, from the last flying session that I had. I was going to do a little video as like a way of showing off my flying site as well, because where I fly is pretty cool. I'm lucky to be able to fly there. Only issue is of late, especially with the summer, is that there's always wind, but there's always heat. So I got a couple pictures and a couple videos to share from my flying field in Livermore, but I got to post the other videos first. Lionel Randall, what's up with you, buddy? So if y'all got questions, now's the time to ask. But as you can see in the beginning, I have a Lippish P-15 that I had already said I was going to get and going to modify, but I've actually started working on it. I have it dry fitted today, so I can show you what I'm going to be doing to it, and I'll be going over that stuff a little bit later. Okay, cool. So Big Chris is going to text me. He's got a new plane. He got the Flightline birdcage. Oh, and he wants to hook up with lights. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Big Chris, just get a hold of me. I think, did something happen with your Facebook? Let me know. But either way, send me messages through Instagram or whatever, and I'll help you out. So EQ, what's the EQ got going on here? Let me know if that music is too loud, but I have to have stuff in the background playing. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm just talking to myself. So, Gooniac, I know it's been a while, but what's your final thoughts on the Aeros MiG-29? Got one coming with Lycra pin with power set. The plane's fine. There are a few. I think I posted a video. Hold on, guys, camera going off. I posted a video of the final thoughts on the plane. Let me go find it, and then I'll share it here so you can see. But it's not a bad plane. It's actually a decent plane. It's just that nobody's been giving the proper info on how to handle it. So let me. Sorry, the camera's off, but it's going to be off for a few seconds. And then it'll go back on. So let's see. I have a playlist, and I actually have a video where I give my final thoughts and all the things that there it is. 15. All right, so let me click that. Not fly fans, arrows. All right. No, not that either. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll find it. All right. So let's see. I just typed it in. There we go. So let me copy that. So here's the. I'm putting the link in the chat. Let's see here. So take a look there. That video. That video will tell you all you need to know that I thought from what I thought about the plane. Take a look and tell me what you think. But actually, it's a pretty in-depth. It shows you everything that I did to the plane to make it do what I wanted it to do, fly how I wanted it to fly. So take a look. That gives you pretty much all the info that I was able to get out of it when I had it. Hopefully that helps. So let me take a look at whatever you guys been going like crazy. I was looking for stuff, so let me get going here. So yeah, it's, believe it or not, it's been nuts during the week here, and then once the weekend comes around, we have over 102, and that's great. Too much. I don't fly in that hot weather, that hot weather. Too much. But yeah, it's been hot. See, that's the thing. If you guys are seeing me cut out, let me know. But Shadow, that's the thing. There are a few people I have where I have the alerts on and it still won't tell me, and I don't understand why. So, so yeah. So let's see. So yeah, Joe, we'll have to figure out a time to actually chat. Let me know your connection. Hope you guys aren't losing it. I'll have to figure out what's going on. You can text me. I'll check to change to my other. Okay, I'm still here. My network is being weird. It did freeze, but it should be back now. The network got strange. And I tried connecting to my other one and it did not work. So anyway, yeah, send me an email. We'll work it out. Tomorrow afternoon will work for me, and we can figure something out, and I can tell you what's going on. And yeah, it's the internet. I don't know why, but hopefully it doesn't do it again. I reset it, so let me know if it's buffering or doing strange stuff. But we're here. So anyway, anything else? Any other questions? Anything else going on? Oh, now's the time to ask. Sorry about the connection. Yeah, FPV is fun. I've done it a few times. It ends up eating up a lot of time, and I'd rather do other things. So I usually don't do it. But There's guys at my field that do it. There's a guy at my field with a Carbon ZT28, and he'll do FPV with that. So that's been pretty cool. But there's always some kind of issue, always something going wrong. So that's what I get tired of, always having to fiddle. I don't want to fiddle with stuff. I want to show up to the field, do the basics, and then just fly till I can't anymore, which is not quite as easy as it sounds, but that's my preference. So anyway. Oh, that's funny. My connection has been weird lately. I don't understand why it's doing that, but it's getting better. Well, I got it to where it's better. I even tried to go through and reset it and do things before the show started, and it still didn't do anything. And have a good night, Joe Bag. Don't forget to message me. We'll figure it out. I'll message you my number, and then we'll make stuff work. Sounds like it's probably just something simple that we need to work out. That'll be it. What's happening, Mr. Mike Ford? How are you doing? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Okay, so CVO Hobo, there's also something else that I realized too. MotionRC didn't really give a good update either. If you have the older programming card, it may not work. But if you buy the new card from the same, they show the card. If you buy the card from MotionRC now, like buy another one, I think that they have it updated to where it works with the new stuff. But I have them. Give me a second. I'll pull them up so you can see. I've got the other programmers, and I haven't been able to hook it up to my. I haven't yet hooked it up to the freewing ESC, but I do have it. I have connected it with my FMS ESC, which is also a hobby wing. So I've got two of them. I have this one, which works on some of the ESCs I already have. And then I have this one, which works on basically every hobby wing ESC. Regular airplane, car, all of that. So it has all these different menus and all these different things. So I was able to go through and use this one with the new FMS ESCs, which are hobby wing. And it worked fine. Now, what I've also noticed is that if you order the programming card from Motion and you do it, order like with, order now, instead of using one you've had, that one will work. So the older ones won't, the newer ones will. So that's what the issues we were having. I was using the older programming card and didn't work. So that's too bad. I've been wondering what's been going on with Dave's RC. I haven't heard anything from him. I haven't seen him post anything or talk about anything. I don't know none of what's going on over there. Hoping everything's okay. Hoping he's okay. But okay. So anything else? Anybody got any other questions? I see Shadow Op said that he's doing okay, which is good. Glad to hear it. But haven't heard anything. So let's see, Duck Sauce, which one are you talking about? Because I've got two. So both of these, so just let me know which ones work. Because the ones, from what I've heard from other people, the new program card from MotionRC works. So if you have an older one, don't use that. Buy it from MotionRC. It looks the same, but I guess the programming inside is probably firmware. The firmware is different. But Mr. Garfield Houston, what's happening? So confirm which one you have, duck sauce, because like I said, I bought two. They weren't expensive. They're pretty cheap. But both of these work for anything that's hobby wing, and most of the ESCs are hobby wing. This one duck sauce or this one, the multifunction or the program card. Okay, but yeah, so they work. I was able to get them to work on some of my ESCs, but there's several different ways to do it. But anyway, so so guys, give me a second. I'm gonna pause, try to connect to the other. So hold on a second. Okay, we're back. I'm just trying to reset my connection. Hopefully it's working. Okay, program card. All right, so he has this one. I got this off of Amazon. It showed up in a day, so that's good to know. But this worked. So Duxos used that with his freewing, and it worked fine with this new freewing ESC, and it worked. So good to know. But I think this one works with the older stuff. I'll have to check. I think I have one upstairs I can check. Or did I send that one to Dave's RC? I don't remember. But either way, lots of different options. And there's that program card. Why does it keep doing this? Freezing on me. Okay, so let me open it up so I can show you guys underneath. So it's got this little program card thing. It's a program card, but it's got these different menus that show up. So when I got mine, this label was floating in the container, and I needed to put it on here. So then it tells you, it has all you can't read the writing, but it has all the writing here telling you what each thing means. So then you're able to go through and do that. But that's what the sequence numbers are for. It tells you, so like basically 1 is for the brake type, 2 is for the brake force, 3 is for cutoff, 4 is lipo, lipo cells, 6 is cutoff voltage, 7 is BEC voltage, 7 is startup. So it's all those things. So when you look at the box has the car one in the front, but then the one that I was using is the plane for the back. So, and that should be the one that works for the freewing ESC, because the freewing ESC is the newest of the hobby wing equipment. So that works. Use the menu in your book. Okay, I'll use the menu there. I have to go back and change it. I'll check it. But I'm hoping that this actually works when it comes time for me to do the showing you guys the plane that I set up here. Yes, I did see the Tura. I think Snow was talking about it too. It was, I think it was leaked. They ended up leaking it before it was supposed to come out. What's their name? FNRC was showing it off before it was actually released because they're from China. Sorry for bumping the mic. What's up, Mr. Ancho? How you doing, buddy? He is visiting Australia. I'm glad to see he's actually able to make it on here. But so sorry, screen's gonna get bright for a second because I'm going to invite myself to I have to get my phone able to record or show you guys what it is that I'm going to be doing here. Hopefully the camera doesn't freak out. Joel to let me know. So as I was saying before, I've got this little Lippish P-15. I'm going to do some upgrades to it. I haven't done anything with the single 64 millimeter hand launch bird in a while. I had the 64 millimeter twin MiG-15, not MiG-15, MiG-25, MiG-29. The other one was the F-15, which I only kept for 2 flights. But I have had some 64s. It's just been a while. I have the 64 millimeter rocket plane. I had the little 64 millimeter F-18 for a while, the F-22. I didn't do very many 64 millimeter birds because most of the ones that I did were 50 millimeter because I was able to get so much performance out of those. But I decided to do something with the little Lippish P-15 because it comes with a little 5-blade fan, and I'm like, man, I could probably go crazy with that thing with the 12-blade and do some goodness with it. So let me transition to that, and I will show everybody what it is that I've got set up for that. So bear with me. Hopefully there isn't any strangeness with the connection, but if there is, I'll have you guys need to let me know. I will have the tablet there for checking the chat. So to transition to that for a minute, and I will be right back. Okay. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I've got the Lippish P-15 here. Sorry if the camera bounces around. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me. I'm trying to get my tablet to work. For some odd reason, YouTube is not coming up. So I'm trying to open the tablet. Hopefully it's loaded. Okay, cool. So let me know if you can hear and see me. If you can hear okay. Might have the wrong headphones, so I might need to change that. So give me a second. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. So let me know if you can hear. Okay, so I got my other headphones. I have don't work good for mic. So let's see here. All right, so I got my P-15. Let me know if you can hear okay. I had to move my hand in front of the camera just so that I can see if everything's working. But yes, it is. Okay, cool. So I wanted to show you guys what I had done to this thing. It's dry fitted, so nothing's actually put together yet, and there's still, I have to get the radio, have to get the other stuff. So let me just start with the basics. So the plane comes with this fan unit, which I've used before. They're okay, but they're boring. They're 5 blades. And the crazy thing is they don't even use the intake ring because they use the inside of the plane. I don't care for that. And this is meant for a 3S pack. So it's got a really small itty bitty motor and a small ESC, 30 amp ESC. So, you know me, I don't leave things as they come. I usually mess with them. So I have an Xfly 64 millimeter fan here that I'm going to fit to this unit. It's a 3200 kV, so it's meant for 4S, 2840. this is a 26, so it's considerably larger, and that'll actually offset the 4S pack. So I plan on using this instead of this. As you can see, it's going to require a little bit of finagling and fiddling to get this to fit, but it's nothing I can't do. It's just going to require a little bit of foam removal and making room for this. Now, intake lips, a lot of people don't realize how much of a difference it makes to have an intake lip on or off, but it does make quite a big difference. The intake lip can add up to, having it off can remove about 10% of your thrust. Basically what it does is it cleans up the air going in. It makes it, when you have it bent like that, it actually draws the air in. I think it's the Bernoulli principle or something along those lines that explains that. But you can tell when an intake ring is on because the fan is quiet. Once you pull the ring off, it hisses and makes noise. That hissing noise is cool, but it's terrible for thrust. It actually hurts thrust. So they have the intake ring off because they're using the inside of the plane as part of it. But I don't want to do that. I'm actually going to use the ring. I'm not going to cut the ring off. So it's going to take a little bit of work here, but I'm going to get an ESC. I have a 50 amp ESC coming, and I will change the bullets. Actually, I don't need to change the bullets. I'll just connect it. If I do need to change the bullets, it's easy to do. But so that's the power side that I'm going to change. So also, you guys know that I mess with LEDs. I still haven't decided if I'm going to actually use my own version of an afterburner for this, because I don't like, so now that we have these out, I don't like using afterburners that go around this, because this is an outrunner and this whole thing spins. So yes, there are people that make them, but if you put anything else around this, it's going to get in the way of thrust. So I have chosen not to make the usual, kind of center burner type thing for these outrunners, simply because I don't want anything interfering with thrust or with the bell of the motor. So there are other people that make them, and yes, they do hurt thrust a lot. I've seen people get frustrated and take them off and throw. If you don't care about it, it's no big deal. But most people that fly EDFs like performance. And if there's any performance loss, my other burners don't cause any loss. Don't know why it's switching like that, but we're going to switch it back. I hope I didn't freeze. I'm trying to watch it so you guys can see. But anyway. So yeah, the Xfly. Oh, that's right. And I sent you Shadow. I sent you those EDFs. Those things are good. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to make a burner for it, and if I do, it'll probably be one of the LED strips on the inside of the exhaust that will be masked away and not impede with the thrust at all. So yes, there are people that make them that go around this, but anything around this is, you risk the danger of getting caught up in it, and on top of that, you're gonna block thrust. I don't do it. I'll do it a different way, like I did with my very first afterburner back in 2011, which is just an LED strip. So I'm gonna do that. Most likely, I'll do that, or I'll come up with something else. But since we're on the subject of LEDs, I'll show you guys what I'm doing as far as this goes. So I've got couple LEDs here that I added. Sorry if the camera's jerky, but I don't have the radio set up. I don't have anything set up how it's supposed to be, aside from just having this is all going to be off of 12 volts. So I have just a couple small 3S packs here that I'll connect this stuff, but I have two things. So the first one is going to be just nav lights, and I don't know if the real plane have or not. I don't care. I'm gonna do it just because I want them. Let me turn the light off to actually see what I'm talking about. So I've got nav lights there on the wings. These just come on. They don't, there's no flashing or anything, just because they're going to be steady on. I purposely have them out. I could have found a way to recess them, but I purposely put them out simply because I wanted it to possibly make a little bit of noise when it's flying, but also because it makes it more visible. I don't have to, I can see the plane. Even if it's dark, I'll be able to see the plane. So that's why it's done that way. Where's the other battery? I thought I had 2 batteries. Where did the battery go? What the heck did I do with it? There it is. Okay. So now that's one thing. I don't have the radio hooked up, but when I do have the radio, I'll have this set up to where the lights will be on all the time. The nav lights. I might even put a beacon out here somewhere to flash and a steady on something somewhere. But I'll also have something set up on a receiver controlled switch. Normally there's a little like cannon type thing here. And then there's these 2 little marks underneath the fuse here that I'll leave that inside. That they're like vents, but there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, well that's cool. Maybe I could add something there. So this is just an experiment, but this will be on a switch. So this is very unrealistic, but I like the flashing part. That's going to be the gun port, and these are going to be on a switch. So they won't always be on, but they will be when I want them to be. So let's see that there off to the side. Then I might even put a couple of those lights together to do this because they look cool when they're together. Oh, sorry, damn camera. But because I like the way they look kind of cool when they flash. But that's it, and it's all going to plug into the same thing. I had to use 2 separate batteries just because I didn't have time to put all the rest of the stuff together. I started this in trouble for staying up too late, but was able to get that done, and then I added these couple things this morning, and I'm sorry if it keeps switching like that. It does that when the signal gets low. So let's get back. So that's a couple of the things I'm doing there. These are extremely light, so it's not really adding any weight, but it is going to add some extra effect, which is really cool. The only other thing that I'll probably do is add a light in here somewhere. Maybe even a couple here on the side. I don't know. But this is going to be like a test bed for some of the stuff on smaller EDFs for 64s. I might even, like I said, so let me see if I can turn this thing around so you can see what I'm talking about. There are LED strips that I can use in the exhaust here that will work as a burner and prevent any extra thrust reduction. So as you can see, these lights are pretty dang bright too. Look at especially the green one. Look at how bright that green is. Look at the green on the wall. So these things are pretty bright, and they're cool. It's super easy to do, but that little extra touch is kind of cool. So, and again, it's just dry fitted. I still have to do the hogging out on the inside for the fan for this to fit. It's not all that hard, and I'll show you what I use to make it work. I have an angled version of this, and I also have a this is what I use to cut the lines in the underneath. So let me show you underneath. I'm going to turn the lights off right now, the LEDs off. But I'll show you what I did to make this work. Again, this is all going to be on one connection, but I had to do this just for demonstration's sake, so you guys can see. But get this thing closed out. I haven't done anything 64 millimeter for a while, so since there are still 64 millimeter planes coming out, like, you know what, I need to do something to cater to those people too, so that's why I'm doing it. This is a super light plane, super easy to hand launch and fly. So this is still not tucked away permanently yet, but this gives you an idea. So these are the lines, the panel lines that come with the plane. So I used this to make that line a little bit thicker so that I could get through. And then I even went through with Blenderm to make sure that there was nothing protruding coming through. So it's the same as if nothing was there. I just cleaned it up a little bit. And then I'll have to get stuff in there too. But I just have to glue this together once I get everything permanent. This is going to be a little bit better. This is all going to be tucked away in there where you can't see it, like that. But this thing's cool. It's got a good place to hold to launch. So you can launch right from the CG, which means it'll just fly straight out from your hand. It's not going to do anything crazy. So the rule of thumb for hand launching, I don't know if most of you guys know this or not, but for hand launching, if you throw right on the CG, it tends to be a neutral point, so the plane will just go straight out from wherever you throw it. If you throw a little bit ahead of the CG, the plane will dive just a little bit, which is fine for most people, but most people don't want a dive. If you go a little bit behind the CG, it will pitch up when you throw it. If you go too far behind the CG, it will really pitch up when you throw it. That's not good. So most people tend to fly just a hair ahead, throw it a hair ahead of the CG, and then it goes out exactly the way you want it to. But thing is super light. And even, damn it, it's doing it again. But I like how they do this. I guess there's little portions here for if you want to use I think that they have landing gear that they sell as an option. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to hand launch it and it'll be easy to go. We have a spot at my field. And then there's also the field here called Baylands, which is perfect for that. So that's pretty much it. It's super easy to put together. It's 3 pieces. 1, 2, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got the tail already on. I took everything out from inside because I wanted to make things work here. So I've got gonna have to get the ESC the way that I want. See, this is kind of cool how MotionRC. Actually, this is freewing. This is cool how freewing did this. It is a little bit of a pain to have to pull all that apart, but it's also good that you know it's not going to fall apart. So good on freewing for doing it that way. But I'm going to have to undo it all to get this thing to fit, and then to do some grinding with the sanding wheel. So I showed you the one Dremel tool that I use. This is an actual Dremel. This is one of the light, but this is what I use for making room in the foam. Just grind it out a little bit slowly but surely. This thing is pretty cool because it plugs in with the USB, and then it runs for days depending on how much you use it. But works pretty good. I think it was only like 20 bucks. I don't remember, but it was not expensive. The other one that I use is generic, but this thing's been actually been really awesome. I've had it for almost three years, and this is another Amazon deal. Thing works great. It's got a variable speed. The one from Dremel is only 4-speed, but this is infinite, and this little thing here shuts it off if something happens when you're running it. This is cool. I use this thing all the time. So especially when you're adjusting things with foam, I had to use that when I was grinding out all the area on my F-35 for the 80mm. So, and another thing to remember too, guys, you can't really see it here, But whenever you get these planes, there's sometimes it's a little bit of a lip in here from the, and you can kind of see where I ground it out. You'd be amazed at how much of a difference just grinding out that little bit of foam here makes. Your thrust, it's a huge difference in thrust. So if you notice that your plane has any kind of a little lip anywhere, either here or somewhere inside by the fan, clear that lip out and make smooth airflow. And you would be amazed at how much of a difference it makes. Just by doing that little bit, you can gain quite a bit more thrust. Most people don't realize how much you can actually gain by doing that. But something worth doing, so check it out. So I think that's pretty much it. But that's what I'm getting started at with this. This is a super simple plane. It doesn't even have a rudder. Just has simple 3-channel setup, but I have a radio that's going to allow me to do a few more things. So I'll have the guns on a switch, and I might have a couple more things on a switch since I have all those free channels. So it'll be kind of cool. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. I also have the Hobby King, the newer version of the Hobby King ME163 that's going to be going together as well. And it looks similar to this with that same sort of paint job. Be going together too. And it just switched again, which I cannot stand. But I think we're pretty much done. So let's switch to that one more time. And then we're going to switch back to the other view. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to switch back to the other cam. So give us a few minutes. All right, I'm back. So hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of whatever it was. Looks like fun. I've seen that little plane fly on with the 5-blade fan. It flies incredible. So adding a little extra weight and a little extra thrust will actually be a good thing because it'll just make it fly better. So looking forward to that. But as I said, we're not going to be going very long today. We've I think we had up to almost 30 people in here, so thanks you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. I do appreciate it, and it does help with the algorithm when you do that. I'm not trying to be YouTube famous, but I am trying to help people out in this hobby. That's my whole point in having the channel here, is to help people out, help you be as successful as you can in the hobby. If I happen to make a little money in the meantime with burners and other stuff, that's great. But the whole point of me having the channel is to help people out. So if you guys get a chance, you have questions or anything like that, this is the best place to ask. Either here, or you can even ask on videos, whatever. If you do decide you want to support the channel, it shows down below in the description how to do that. But not required, but it is appreciated if it does happen. But take a look at some of the videos I posted to see if there's anything you can get out of it, because the whole point of me doing this is to, what's up Keith Christie, is to help make you as successful as you can in this hobby. A lot of people like seeing people crash and mess up and whatever. I want people to learn from the hobby, but I don't want people to get frustrated and give up. So if I can do anything to help even if it's just an extra set of eyes to look at something. So I've had a few people do that for me. Use me for that, is to use a separate set of eyes to see if I could help them figure out what happened with whatever. So I'm just here to help. And if there's anything I can do, even if it's not my own stuff, if it's someone else's stuff, I've helped a lot of people with other people's stuff, believe it or not. But if there's anything I can do to help you guys, let me know. But that is going to be it. I will leave the chat up for a little bit. But I have another 7 or 8 videos that I need to post. That's in just, me flying. So keep your eyes open for that. I've got a whole bunch of videos on the backlog too that need to be posted. Me flying with Super Dingus back in the days. I need to get out there and fly with him some more. He's up in Oregon right now, but hopefully after that we'll get to fly some, even though he's doing other stuff with 3D and the real thing. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you to Fred Barron for the kind words. We will get the porno music playing, and I will leave the chat up briefly, and then you guys can chat for a little bit. As soon as I see the numbers go down, then I'll close it out. So thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that goodness. Keep your eyes open. Some very cool stuff coming from me and from other people. I think you probably know what I'm talking about, but there's another company that's come up with some cool stuff. So just wait and see. All right.